Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Hicks. I'm back here with
Salon Javon on Instagram. Follow me. Got the shirts, got the hat line. Holla, Salon Javon on Instagram. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And man, I'll put it down. The link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Put his Instagram and all that. But we got here, man. School shooters reacting to death sentences, man. What's it called? You know, I like reacting to these court cases, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? They get kind of hectic, kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? I know I reacted to the racist, reacted to court cases, man.
That was funny.
That was crazy and funny, though.
Heck
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? That man had the messed up haircut and whatnot. If you guys didn't watch it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go watch that video. But we got that out of the way. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe, and also make sure you guys go turn on the post notifications so you guys get notified every single time I post. And also, make sure you guys go follow my Insta and follow my TikTok down below, man. But hey, let's get on to the reaction, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, two. There's two, yeah. Why? He was making me give him a bunch of stuff, and then there's me. I was just supposed to watch it. There was only one who was gonna let me live.
Down on the ground.
He shot the school?
What the hell? Put your hands behind your back.
What the? Is that a cop?
This is Nikolas Cruz. On a quiet afternoon in the Miami suburb of Parkland, Florida, the lives of students and staff at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School were forever changed. On February 14, 2018, 19-year-old Nikolas Cruz unleashed a terrifying shooting spree, killing 17 people and injuring 17 others. It was the deadliest high school shooting in American history, surpassing even the infamous Columbine High School tragedy that took place in Colorado in 1999. Cruz, a former student at the school, fled.
Like, come on now,
It's
bro.
always dudes that look like this that don't get no girls that shoot every girl. It'd be like 9 girls dead because you didn't get none. Busters.
Yeah, and sick bullies.
Really?
the scene on foot, disguised as one of the other students.
Corny.
However, he was apprehended by police just an hour later in a nearby town. Investigations revealed that Cruz had a troubling history of disciplinary issues and disturbing behavior. There have always been debates and arguments about gun reform and regulation, and this incident only increased them. The students' tireless efforts paid off when Florida Governor Rick Scott signed a bill in March 2018 that added further restrictions on gun regulations and allowed teachers with the appropriate training to carry firearms on school premises.
Hey, I didn't even know that.
No,
In Florida?
in the South.
Hey, man.
South.
Gotta keep it on you.
These kids crazy. They live
Broward
in
County
trailers.
Sheriff's Office also came under intense scrutiny for its handling of the situation, with accusations of ignoring warning signs and failing to act swiftly to stop the shooting. As a result, several officers resigned, and Sheriff Scott Israel was ultimately dismissed from his position. The state governor set up a panel to investigate the tragedy and recommend stronger security measures for schools statewide. For Cruz, he was charged with 17 counts of premeditated first-degree murder and 17 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He pled guilty to all charges related to the shooting in October 2021, expressing remorse for his actions.
I am very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. And that if I were to get a second chance, I will do everything in my power to try to help others.
Man, that lawyer wrote everything that man is saying, bro.
Second chance. What?
And it's like, you know, when you're reading off of a script and all that,
Really?
you know, it's not even believable, bro.
Is that a text message he's reading off?
Oh, yeah, it's an email.
Can't even
It's an email.
see. Put his glasses on.
No, you have to take off his mask.
Really?
And I am doing this for you, and I do not care if you do not believe me. And I love you, and I know you don't believe me, but I have to live with this every day. And it brings me nightmares, and I can't live with myself sometimes.
The prosecution requested the death penalty,
Not now the death penalty, then when? When?
leading to a 4-month trial beginning in July 2022. After numerous setbacks, including delays caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, a jury unanimously recommended the death penalty. However, they finally recommended a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Cruz was sentenced to 34 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole in November 2022. He accepted his
What is 34 life sentences?
Okay.
Is that just life?
It's not his life. Well, it's 34 years. So it's either 34 years on good behavior, but it's not like 34 plus 34.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it's 34 years. And
Okay.
everybody agreed 34 was good.
Okay.
Is sentenced and apologized for his actions. His apologies, no matter how sincere it might be, cannot bring back the dead. That lesson was well learned by Devin Erickson.
Look at this dude that looks like he played Minecraft, man. Man,
Glasses.
these are dudes that be calling me the hard R on freaking Call of Duty, man.
Facts. He looks like Vilma on Scooby-Doo. Look at that haircut. Lord.
Shooters do you have? Two. Just two. Yeah. Why? He was making me give him a bunch of stuff, and then there's me. I was just supposed to watch it. If there was only one who was gonna let me live.
This is Devin Erickson.
God.
On May 7th, 2019, a suburban Colorado high school was rocked by a tragic shooting.
Or is a shooter still shooting? What? We have students at the shot, yes. Okay, do we know how many? At least 3 people I know have been injured. Okay. Do we have a description on him? Do we have a description on the shooter? Can you read it? Can you grab it? Erickson? Devin Erickson? Devin Erickson? Okay.
18-year-old Kendrick Castillo lost his life, and 8 others were injured in the assault carried out by Devin Erickson, then 18 years old, and his accomplice, 16-year-old Alec McKinney. The pair had spent weeks plotting and planning their attack. After hearing emotional testimony from survivors, Judge Teresa Michelle Slade handed down a life sentence without the possibility of release for Erickson. Addressing Erickson in court, Slade remarked that she didn't.
It's those eyebrows. What's the slashing? What is that?
He's trying to look cool
Okay.
before he went out like a player.
Fair.
No.
You're going to be in prison
believe
with
there
those
was
slashes.
anything she could say that would make a difference.
Pretty boy.
Prosecutors
Really?
argued that Erickson and
That
McKinney
hair.
had chosen a pitch-black classroom
Bieber.
where students were watching a
Oh my
movie
God, look at
to
him.
maximize their attack's devastation. They claimed that the pair intended for McKinney to die either by suicide or at the hands of his accomplice. Despite the darkness and chaos, Castillo and 2 other students, Joshua Jones and Brendan Biley, bravely rushed Erickson as his gun jammed, stopping
job,
the massacre.
bros.
A security officer was then able to detain McKinney. During the sentencing hearing, Erickson's father, Jim Erickson, addressed the court and apologized to the community. He read out the names of the victims and apologized to everyone.
Like, how would you feel? It's just your son over here caused rampage, and also just like the simple fact of like going into a school with a gun. Like, are you at fault because are you like watching your son? Like, I don't get it.
Whose guns were they?
Facts. Like, it might have been the other dude's guns, but at the same time, it's like you not in his life to really see like what he doing and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why checking up on your son is on his mental health is crucial. You know?
It's facts. I agree.
Large number of injured students that were impacted by the actions of that day. So I'll start with Lucas Albertoni, Stephen Bartoni, Jackson
Same name,
Gregory.
right.
Those
Yeah.
are people that will,
I don't believe you.
I don't
You
know
didn't
how
know
they'll
people.
ever forget what happened to them, and they'll have physical and emotional scars for the rest of their lives. And we're so sorry for that.
Despite his family members speaking on his behalf, Erickson remained silent throughout much of the trial. When given the opportunity to speak,
Those
he
Yeezys?
chose not to explain or justify.
Things look hard.
Freaking
What are
size-
those?
Those are the size 8. Yeah, size 8. Yeah, that might be a new brand right there, man.
Those are the Pelican Bay 16.
Those going on the market for $4.99.
Them is hard.
Man.
The
by
school
his
shooter
actions.
twos.
Still, some people believe that the blame for the tragedy should be shared equally between the shooters and the classmates who bullied them. Eventually, Erickson was found guilty of first-degree murder.
Come on now. Bullied. Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. It's aggravating them to do it. But come on now, man. If you already live in a good household already and all that, man, you need to tell somebody. You need to speak up and all that. A lot of these kids don't like to speak up about it, and they end up doing stuff like this.
and 45 additional crimes related to the attack. Although McKinney was sentenced to life in prison as a minor, he may be eligible for parole in 20 years. Erickson remained unmoved when he heard his sentence. In fact, the only time he showed emotion during the trial was when his family testified that they loved him. Bullying could be the reason for shooting, but despite that, the rule of law is sacrosanct, and that was made obvious by Sky Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
This is
His
Sky
brother.
Boucher. On April 20th, 2018, 19-year-old Sky Boucher opened fire at Forest High School in Ocala, Florida, injuring one
Florida,
student.
bro.
Boucher's shooting occurred on the
That's
19th
where
anniversary of
everything
the
happens.
Columbine
They all
High
die.
School.
I'm telling you, like, Florida, crazy.
Florida, Colorado. That's all I'm hearing. Columbine was Colorado. Florida. What's happening?
Massacre in Colorado, the same day as a national
Jeez.
student walkout to protest gun violence. After the shooting, Boucher was arrested just 3 minutes later by a school resource officer. Investigations revealed Boucher concealed the shotgun in a guitar case when he brought it into the school. He went to the bathroom to put on a tactical vest and
420?
gloves before firing at a locked door.
There's no one to stop me like I thought there would be. And I just got into the bathroom. I took my time putting on my gloves, my tactical vest.
Boucher surrendered to one of his former teachers and said he wanted to be arrested because he was mentally ill. Boucher later admitted that he had experienced neglect, violence, and mental illness since childhood and just wasn't having a good day. His intentions were to...
And you see, a lot of these guys' emotions took over. And when emotions take over and all that, look, I'm not saying, you know, kids that go through like traumatic passes or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing. It's a thing. I get it.
True.
But at the same time, do you have to take to a certain extent to like, you know, like literally take the lives or injure people at the same cost?
I agree.
Like it's like you're going through a effed up life. Why do you have to put somebody through that?
It's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? Like,
And he
come on.
lives.
Yeah.
He doesn't die. He's
No.
going to go to jail. He'll get out. But this bullying thing, I'm not against it. I get it. It's not right. But when I got bullied in school, guess what I had to do?
Yep.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Leave it at that.
Gotta deal with it,
Fight
man.
for yourself, bro.
Yeah, either fight for yourself or tell somebody about it.
Fair.
And so that person can get in trouble for it, man.
True.
That's it.
Snitch.
Yeah.
Snitching's good sometimes.
Got to.
You should.
be away from everyone else
I would.
so he would not hurt anyone else. He claimed he lost the push to continue after seeing a student, and he shot at the door because he knew he needed help and would snap one day.
You know, I'm about to just do something, and you know, I spend most of my time in a room alone. So like I'm getting this rush. So that's what.
Unfortunately, a 17-year-old student was on the other side of the door, and the bullet hit him. Luckily, it wasn't a fatal injury. Boucher was charged with terrorism, aggravated assault with a firearm, carrying a concealed firearm, and armed trespass on school property. Boucher was sentenced to 30 years imprisonment, but must serve 25 years before being considered for parole. He was also given an additional 30 years of probation and ordered to pay restitution. Did Boucher make a great decision? Only time will tell.
What?
Next is TJ Lane. This is TJ Lane. The morning of February 27th began like every regular
Sinister.
day, until it didn't. At least for students of Chardon High School, Chardon, Ohio. 17-year-old Thomas TJ Lane, a Lake Academy Alternative School student and former student of Chardon High,
course.
used a .22 caliber handgun to attack students. He shot at 6 students. By the time he was done, 3 were dead, while the rest sustained horrific injuries. In fact, one of the victims was permanently paralyzed.
Oh, bro.
Witnesses said the shooter had a personal rivalry with one of the victims. Before the end of the day, he was arrested by police. Lane was charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder,
on that
2
shirt?
counts of aggravated attempted murder, and 1
That's what I'm saying. What was
What's on that shirt?
Killer? I don't know, man. Man.
Performing in court. That's crazy.
count of felonious assault. Because he was a minor, he was held at a juvenile facility while the court decided if he should be tried as a minor or as an adult. There were also questions about his mental capacity to stand trials. In May 2012, the court ruled that he was competent to stand trial, and before the end of June, the court decided to try him as an adult. Throughout the trial, Lane appeared unshaken and unremorseful. He frequently smirked and smiled at the victims' families throughout the trial. On the day of his sentencing, Lane came to court with a white shirt with the word "killer" scrawled on the front.
Okay.
We called it.
Well,
like, bro.
that
like,
y'all let him do that? The office?
we let him do that. Why?
His lawyers?
Why? Why is that even cool? They should have just shot him right there and there. I'm just
Really though, bro. What a firing squad at.
A sick reference to the cloth he wore on the day he shot up the school, which also had the word killer.
No.
Following a lengthy trial, Lane pleaded guilty to all the charges in March 2013. He was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms without parole. When he learned his fate, he cursed the victims' families and gave them and everyone in the court the middle finger. The next year, Lane and 2 other inmates broke out of Allen Correctional Institution in Lima, Ohio. However, he and his group were captured the next day.
Not like me. He looked kidnapped. They kidnapped him. Nah, bro. Can you go back, Jay? Let me see his face, bro. That dude's scared, man. That dude is nervous. Look at those guys.
No, man.
It's sinister.
Nah, he was holding the shank to their neck. He was holding the shank to their neck. He was like, "You either leave with me or you die today." He had to make that decision right there.
Correctional Institution in Lima, Ohio. However, he and his group were captured the next day and transferred to a maximum security prison. Lane's case is that of a teen who took the wrong lane, just like Caleb Sharp.
Scars on their bodies and their minds that I can never erase or take back. And most of all, I am sorry to Amy and Emily for taking Sam from them.
This is Caleb Sharp. Sharp was a 15-year-old student, a quiet young man with a soft voice. He was known for his YouTube channel under Mungo Walker, where he posted videos filled with anti-feminist memes, gun-related content, and fake shootouts. But no one could have predicted the horror that he was about to unfold.
No one could. It's just nobody was looking at the content.
I mean,
that's what it is. If you think no one was looking, bro,
it's just harmless, Jay.
It's harmless. fake shootouts.
Oh yeah,
and all that. Like I get it what the other content was, but when you put fake shootouts, no one suggested or no one suspected or.
Come on now.
It was a day that changed the lives of many forever. September 13th, 2017 started like any other day at Freeman High School in Spokane, Washington. But it quickly became a nightmare when one of its own, Caleb Sharp, entered the building with a large bag of weapons and ammunition. Sharp tried to use his handgun, but it jammed, preventing him from loading it. That's when Sam Strawn, a fellow student, bravely confronted him. Unfortunately, it was a fatal mistake. Sharp shot Strawn with a revolver, killing him instantly. The shooter continued firing, injuring 3 other students, before being stopped by a school janitor. According to reports, Sharp was dealing with mental health problems.
It's always an OG janitor. Either he was an old white man or old black man.
For real.
Nothing else, if it was some young dude, he would have ran out. He would have took the keys and ran out.
All you heard was keys coming down the hall. Come here, bro. Come here.
Including depression and untreated ADHD. He had written 2 suicide notes and become increasingly withdrawn before the incident. The emotional abuse from his father and feelings of loneliness only added to his trouble.
Why did he die? Kill your daddy.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, damn. He probably wanted to kill
you. Got a garage and shed like that. You can do anything.
I mean,
there,
you make guns. It's a forged center where they make knives. What the heck?
You can do anything in there,
really though, bro?
Freaking, that's
so
chopped.
depressed.
That's chopped, but like in
crazy, bro. Crazy.
The fact that his family had moved around a lot and his step-siblings had left the house had also taken a toll on him. After a long legal process, Sharp was sentenced to 40 years in prison for the shooting. It was a tragic end to a young life with so much potential, but it also served as a reminder that mental health and emotional support are crucial for everyone, especially teenagers who are still trying to navigate their way in the world.
Shocking in its scope that a child in this day and age who was really crying out for help was allowed to carry out such a heinous crime when the writing was pretty much on the wall for everyone to see, but no one seriously looked. As counsel correctly pointed out, lots of kids have an IEP. Lots of kids are depressed and confused at what is already likely a turbulent time in their lives.
You see, I get it. A lot of kids are depressed.
Yeah,
a lot of kids are confused on what they path in life, what they really want it to be.
True.
Well, now, that's why, surrounding yourself with the right people. But, obviously when you don't got like I would say the father wasn't really there for him if he's obviously, you know, making these type of videos and all that, you know, the father's supposed to be there so he ain't going to jail type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so obviously
by himself.
I can see where this is coming from.
True.
But like I said at the in the middle, I said that this don't make you want to like go ahead and shoot some people and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't get that.
People are getting their lives taken away off of your actions, and I don't know, man.
I don't get it.
Lots of kids have ADHD, but they don't go shoot up a school.
Sharp showed no reaction when the video of his action was played in court and when he was handed his sentence, but he did apologize to the community and his victims.
Scars in their bodies and their minds that I can never erase or take back. And most of all, I am sorry to
You look like a Karen.
and Emily for taking the same from them.
What he mad
Sharp
about?
will serve a minimum of 35 years before being considered for parole.
They caught it.
Ooh, man, bro. Electrifying video right there.
Facts. That was wild.
It's crazy. And like I said, y'all, you know, get your mental health good and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let like the pressure from other people get to your head, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay strong in there, because the only person that's gonna do stuff for you is you. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
You don't feel obligated from anybody else to give you what you don't have in life. You know, you gotta get it on your own.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Like,
I agree.
You came from, you know,
I mean,
single household.
yeah, it was my dad serving and my mom had to push. My brothers were doing their thing, and guess what? I had to fend for myself, and it was hard. But it gets better. But if I kill somebody at 19 and my life is over, well, Jesus, I don't know if it could have got better.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Look, I don't come from a single parent also, but I'm just saying for all the people that think, you know, I'm just blabbling and all that, like, I have a dad that's still in my life and all that. He didn't go get some milk and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm just saying,
some milk.
I'm just saying, y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know,
You need some milk.
like, you know, I understand it might be tough for y'all, but y'all got to stay strong, man. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's going to do stuff for you is you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But hey, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that pulled up and all that. I appreciate my co-host.
Thank you, Salon Javon on Instagram. His father, I'm the man. He's the man. We the man.
Yes, sir. And I'll make sure to put his Instagram down below in the description and all that. And also, you guys just make sure to like, subscribe, and also make sure you guys go turn on the post notifications so you guys get notified every single time I post. And also, make sure you guys go follow my socials down below, my Insta and my TikTok. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody that pulled up. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.